Even though I traded better today, I still have that fear. It wasn't as much today, but I could tell that I'm still not trading with full confidence, with full conviction, right? I took an A plus setup today. It was a really good setup, but one of the things I started doing was being afraid while I was in a trade. Would it reverse on me? Would it go in the opposite direction? How much am I going to lose on this trade, right? And that comes from someone who is not so confident in their trading, not so confident in the trades that they place, and confident in their model and their setup, right? There's nothing wrong with my actual setup. There's nothing wrong with the model. It's really all in my mind. And I've just been so fearful. So one of the things I want to say to start this video is to stop being afraid. My stop loss today was $50. It was literally $50. I could have kept it there the whole time and made 200 plus dollars, right? But I was fearful of losing $50. I just wanted to make sure I got back to break even on the week. And that's not how you're supposed to trade, right? You can't come out here trading your P&L. You can't be worried about a loss that hasn't occurred yet. You can't be worried about things that have not happened. That is literally anxiety, right? You're worried about a future event that has not occurred. And that's something that I continuously have been doing this past week, and I'm not happy about it. I also want to say stop being afraid to show your journey. I'm talking to myself, but I'm also talking to anyone else too, right? That's afraid of showing their mistakes, that's afraid of telling people that you blew an account, that's afraid of saying that you're not doing well. Stop being afraid. What are you afraid of? What's the worst that can happen? For myself personally, I have social anxiety disorder. And I remember about over 10 years ago now, one of the things that I learned to help myself is to understand what is the worst possible thing that can happen. It's something that I even tell my friends now too, where it's like, let's say that you're nervous about giving a speech, or you're nervous about going somewhere or doing something, right? Like, what is the worst that could happen? And if you think about it, the worst that can happen never occurs. It's extremely rare. But we start making up all of these stories in our heads about, oh, well, this person's going to say this, and this person's going to do this, and this person. It's like, you don't control any of those things at all. It is not something that's within your control, so why worry about it? Obviously, I know it's easier said than done, but it's not something that's out of the realm of being able to attain in terms of your mindset. You can absolutely do it. But we never get that far. We never think things through when it comes to our anxiety, when it comes to our worries, when it comes to being afraid. And I just want to say, please, like, go out there and share your journey. If you've been thinking about starting an online community, start that online community. Or if you've been thinking about, starting a YouTube channel, posting your journey, or if you've been thinking about whatever, right? It doesn't even have to do with trading, but just go out there and do it, right? Because you have no idea where it could go. You have no idea, right? And fear has cost me so much in my own life. It's cost me so much overall, right? That I don't want it to overtake me. I don't want it to overcome me, right? I want to be able to conquer my fear. I want to stop being afraid. I want to do the things that I need to do, not only in trading, but also in life too, just to become better. And that's exactly what I'm going to try to do from now on. So, anyway, let's get into the trade. Um, Before that, though, let's talk about how you guys have been doing. I hope that you guys have been doing well. Let me know in the comment section below how you guys have been feeling. Um, I also want to shout out some people in the Discord as well. I don't have it pulled up because I didn't really plan it today, but tomorrow is Friday for me, so it is Friday when this video is coming out. I haven't really been feeling well. I've been less active in terms of responding to comments quickly or in the Discord chat just because I'm still recovering as well. But um, yeah, like I just want to say thanks again to everybody in the Discord. Um, Thank you for whoever has been giving me advice. I know Josh has been really good about that. Dominic has put some really good stuff um, in the Discord, Short Bus, Logan, um, just everyone. Like sometimes it's hard for me to name everyone. I can't name everyone. So really do appreciate you guys a lot. Um, Alex as well. Again, I can't name everyone. Jimmy, I can't name everyone. I keep saying that, but I just want to say thank you guys. Um, but yeah, like it's been one of those rough patches that I've had as of late, health wise, but then also too trading wise as well. I just don't feel as strong as I did a few weeks ago. So that's fine. I know we'll get it back. Um, Also wanted to say too, thanks again to everyone whoever has subscribed to the channel. It's been absolutely insane. Over 200 subscribers now. We were just saying over 100 subscribers, so that's insane. I never really thought about getting to that goal, right? I just wanted to post my journey and share with you guys in terms of, my journey, right? And what it's like to actually be a trader who's transparent, showing all of the ups, showing all of the downs, and, progressing to be a profitable trader. So I just want to say thank you guys for that as well. Um, but yeah, let's get into the trade. Took a really good setup here, and we'll see why we took this trade. So at this time, I literally waited until 8 o'clock to trade today because I know that recently, as of late, a lot of movement starts happening after 8 o'clock, 8 p.m. Eastern, right? So I trade Asian session, and at this time, we get this nice candle heading to the downside. So at this time, I'm thinking, well, maybe we are going to be heading for these lows right here before maybe we bounce because overall we are bullish. If I take away um, volume profile, if I can get a handle on it here, I don't know why it doesn't want to delete. There you go. If we can take a look at volume profile, we have these two purple lines here, right, showing the opening candle. And then you come here for volume profile, we're coming down, but overall we are bullish, right? We're bullish. We're still compressing, right? So that's why I didn't want to trade until after I saw the 8 o'clock candle, because that's usually a volatility candle. So we were heading lower, but I didn't have an entry, right? We're at value area lows. I'm not gonna sell at this point. I want to buy. So what happened here is nice bounce off there, rejecting value area highs, but that's fine, right? It's clearly showing to me that we are bullish. So I wanted to buy some down here, right? As long as we showed that we were bouncing off this area. This candle's great in terms of the price movement. It's not great in terms of the volume, but the way that we bounced down here, I was thinking that okay, we can possibly continue, but we need to find something better, right? So this 808 candle right here was good, and obviously it was confirmed by this next candle. So it was a really good candle. Now, let's go back to the fear that I was talking about. We had so much fear when entering this trade. I bought up here, right? I bought up here because I believed we would continue higher, but the fact that it didn't happen quick enough for me, I was like, you know what? Let me just make sure that any type of movement downwards, we're just going to sell out and be okay, right? My stop loss was literally right here. I think it was like 708, 709. It was like $50 for 7 contracts, right? For the potential to make 300, I don't know how much at the time, but maybe $300 if we hit 735, which is where we're at right now. So again, we made money today, but I severely limited myself in terms of how much money I made because of the fact that I was scared to lose. I was even scared to lose $50. That's just like what happened to the victor who was taking a $850, $900 loss in a day and be like, oh, whatever. I stuck to my setup. I stuck to my rules, right? Like, I have no idea where that guy went. He's non-existent right now. We're working to get him back, but it's just so funny to see like my mindset right now, right? Like I'm feeble, I'm weak, you know? I know my girlfriend's probably gonna tell me stop saying those things about myself because it's true. Like I really shouldn't be saying that. and she's looking at me right now. But that's how I feel. Um, but obviously, I know that that's not something that we should be um, basically like assuming of ourselves, right? Trying to put that on ourselves. We need to make sure that we're doing the right things to be strong, to not be fearful, right? And to come into the market like confident. And it's taking time. Patience is really what gets you to where you need to go, right? And there are going to be ups and downs, and there are going to be times where you're just not feeling as good as you would like to, right? Just like with myself, like not feeling well from a health perspective, like it takes time in order for me to recover, but I need to do the right things in order for myself to recover, which we talked about in yesterday's video. So I literally gave up all of this movement because I was too afraid to take a $50 loss. I even set my price to break even as well. But I think the thing that really bothered me the most, and this is the last thing that I'm going to mention in this video, is trading my P&L. At, at some point here, I think it was on this candle, we were up about $200. And I didn't want to see all of that slip away. If it came down to break even, I wanted to make sure I at least got something before it got to that point, which is why I closed out my whole position here, right? I initially closed out three, but I was like, nope, I'm out the whole thing. And obviously, you can see what happened afterwards, right? If I had just kept some, then yeah, it would have been a small win in terms of if we had gone down to break even, but it could have given me another entry point. It could have given me another opportunity to enter at lower prices, right? Maybe the direction would have changed, right? So then we just end the day break even. But I was too afraid. I was too afraid for what was possible. And I'm not saying that when I start trading again next week, come Sunday or Monday, when the next video releases, that I'm just gonna be all guns blazing, like I don't care what's happening, blah blah blah. Like I'm not gonna say that, but I am gonna say that I am going to work on it so that way I get to the point where $50 stop loss doesn't bother me, you know? And it'll come. It'll come, right? And we're building up. If we look at our in fact, I don't even want to look at that because again, I really shouldn't be trading P&L. It shouldn't matter. Did I stick to my process today? Yes. The win is a win, right? So I'm happy about that. But yes, if we do look at the chart, we are break even on the week. That's cool. We still have about $1,700 in drawdown that we can trade with. And really, my goal for this month is just to get one payout, right? We have one day under our belt. Um, If we can continue to trade well, right, then we'll be able to get a payout sometime this month. And then we'll see where we go from there. But we need to really work on our confidence and working on getting ourselves better because right now we're just not at that point yet. So, but yeah, that is it for today's video, guys. Again, I really just want to reiterate to stop being afraid. Stop being afraid because it is so difficult in life to do anything that has a lot of high difficulty level. I don't know what I'm trying to say there exactly, but you know what I mean. Trading is so hard. Trading is so difficult. And if you're coming in scared, if you're coming in afraid, you're not going to do well. I always use basketball as a reference, but it's just anything in life too. Like if I come in afraid as a physical therapist, I don't come in confident trying to help an 80-year-old man get out of bed or walk. It's very likely that because of my timidness or my fearful nature that they could end up hurting themselves, right? So if I don't feel confident in them walking, we're not going to walk. But if I feel confident in my patient walking, we are going to walk, but I'm going to make sure to guard them carefully so that way, in case something bad happens, I'm there and I'm ready to go. The same can be said for trading too. Like if I come into the market scared and I'm not feeling good about my trading, right, then most of the time, then it's going to be one of those things where I'm going to leave profits on the table. I'm not going to trade well. I'm going to make wrong decisions, right? I'm not going to be able to read the market carefully. And that's going to cost me long term. So let's get back to the point of we're doing well, we're trading well, we're risking well, and we'll be better off for it. So, anyway, guys, that's it for this video today. Hopefully, you guys are doing well. I hope you guys have an awesome weekend. Short week this week, but I'm sure um, we'll be right back at it next week for another long week, and then hopefully too stack up some more green days, get closer and closer to a payout. Um, but yeah, hopefully you guys are doing well. Hopefully you guys are trading well. And yeah, keep trading stoically.